Ho, ho, ho! Another holiday season is upon us, which means a never-ending barrage of holiday music and holiday movies to set the mood. So Nutcrackers is a 2024 film that was just released on Hulu.
Oh!
I'm with Family Services. With Christmas in 3 weeks, we have very limited options.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Just look after them until I can find them a foster home.
Hey, dudes. It's your Uncle Michael. Remember me? Your mom's big brother. I'm here now to look after you, get you guys hooked up with a family.
So it's described as a comedy drama film, and it stars Ben Stiller in his first starring role in I think about 7 years, which is pretty great to see him back in a starring role. I really like Ben Stiller. I like his comedic performances in films. He's really fun to watch, and I'm happy to see him back in a starring role. So this film was also directed by David Gordon Green. I know him from the recent Halloween trilogy that just came out, starting with Halloween in 2018 and then Halloween Kills and then Halloween Ends. Personally, I liked Halloween 2018. I thought that was a good revival of the Halloween series. The other two films, personally, I didn't really care for. Halloween isn't one of my favorite franchises out there, although the original from 1978 is probably one of my favorite horror films. So that's besides the point. David Gordon Green directed this film, and I think he's a competent director. He's a good director. But is this film a holiday classic? I don't think so. Nutcrackers is not a holiday classic, so I think it's a mediocre film to maybe a bit below mediocre. The performances were good. Like I said, I really like Ben Stiller. So it also stars Linda Cardellini. I really like her as well. I think she is a great actress. I've always had a crush on her ever since I first saw her in Freaks and Geeks. So it's really great to see her in a starring role alongside Ben Stiller. I think both of them did a really good job. There are 4 nephews that Ben Stiller is asked to take care of after his sister sadly passes away. So the 4 actors who play the nephews, they're all brothers, they're all related, and I thought they did a pretty good job too. They were very real in their performances. You felt the grief that they were going through, and it seems like they were trying to process it in their own way. I thought they did a really good job in their first film. The rest of the supporting cast is pretty good as well. There's Toby Huss, who's also in Halloween 2018. He did a really good job as a rich businessman that Ben Stiller is kind of eyeing to adopt these 4 kids. And then there's Tim Heidecker. I saw Tim Heidecker in the opening credits, and I thought he would be in the movie more, but he wasn't. I really like Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric. I think he's really funny. I would have liked to see his role bigger in this film. I think he's a good comedy actor, so it would have been nice to see him a little more in this film. But yeah, the supporting cast was good. The main cast was really good. The directing was good. It didn't hit. There's just something off about the film. It was missing something. Maybe script-wise, story-wise, it didn't really perform in that category. It didn't really hit the holiday feels that you're looking for when you're watching one of these movies. It seems like some of the musical score seemed out of place as well. There were kind of strange montages with music that didn't really align with the film, so that kind of took me out of it a little bit. And then the dance sequence at the end wasn't really my thing either, so that kind of took me out of it too. So there were more misses than hits, in my opinion. It was pretty cool that this was actually filmed in Ohio as well. Looks like production was late 2023 into early 2024. You could tell that this was filmed in a local town. I'm wondering if they used the locals as extras in some of these scenes as well. It's always really cool when they use local towns and they film outside of the traditional Hollywood, California. That's always really cool to see. So I'm looking at a quote here from David Gordon Green. It says, "This movie is a lot of things. It's a comedy. I can kind of see that. It's a drama. Okay, I can see that as well. It's a horror movie. A horror movie? I can't see that. That's a strange thing to say. I don't picture this as a horror movie at all, but I guess he's kind of known for the Halloween film, so he has to throw that in there. And then he also says, but for me, it's a reason to dance, I just wanted to start move my body a little. that's okay. I was not compelled to dance after watching this film. Yeah, so overall, this was a mediocre, very mediocre Christmas film, holiday film. It is definitely not a classic. It is not going to be a classic. If you're looking for a classic, I would avoid this one, and I would watch A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, those kind of films. I would not watch this film as a holiday classic. But if you're bored, looking for something to watch, and you're a Ben Stiller fan, then yeah, you might want to give this a stream, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch this movie for sure. But the real question is, does this film crack? No, this film does not crack at all. So yeah, that was Nutcrackers from 2024. I'd give it a 2 stars out of 4. A generous 2 stars out of 4. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.